What's up, party people? How's everybody doing? We did not have a live yesterday, and I forgot my wallet at home. So we did not have a live yesterday. So I get home, and I realized a couple of things, and that's is I'm not as versed on this particular story as I need to be. So I'm gonna go over a couple of things today. This morning, y'all know I don't do this shit early. Y'all know I don't do court cases early like this. But there's a couple of things that I'm just gonna inform y'all on real quick. I forgot my wallet at home. I gotta go back and get my wallet. There's a couple of things I'm gonna inform y'all. I'm also gonna make sure that I do a midday show. I brought my whole setup this time to make sure that I can make sure I do a midday show for y'all. And then, good morning. And then I might do a show on the way coming home. Give me 1 second. I'm just gonna put this down right here, and I need to go grab my. I'm gonna put this down right here. I need to go grab my wallet real quick. Fucking. Apologies. I walked out the house, completely forgot my wallet. Here we go. I'm gonna apologize about that for completely forgot my wallet. Also want to apologize about no show. Have a blessed day. I know a lot of y'all was hitting me up. I actually got quite a few on Instagram. I actually got quite a few people coming to me on Instagram wanting me to speak about the story. I did not do the live last night. I didn't know enough about the case, so I'm gonna put everybody on to a lot of the stuff that I just found out yesterday. And there's another thing that I want to say that I want to point out. What the heck is this? Morning. Why my screen look like that? Oh, fuck. Be right back. Okay, so my screen is, I can't see myself, and there's something wrong with my screen. We gonna keep shooting though, because I know y'all guys can see me. Shout out to Jamal Fareed. Shout out to Brandon Washington. Rue Jones. It's frozen, but y'all can hear me. Yeah, I don't know what happened. We just gonna do the show. It is what it is. Y'all can hear me though, right? I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I mean, I just dropped my phone again. Maybe that's what happened. I don't know. All right, we're gonna back all the way out and try to come back in. We're gonna see what happens. All right, it looks like we got it back to the correct screen. All right, so I don't know if it's gonna kick you. It's probably gonna kick all of y'all out, and I'm gonna have to start the live. I don't know how to explain this shit, fam. Anyway, it might kick all of y'all out, and I gotta restart the live. It might have to restart the live. If y'all could see me, drop some frost in the chat. If y'all can see and hear me, drop some frost in the chat. All right, so real quick, little bit of information that people might not know. But I want to say something before I even get it off the... So I did not know that most of Jam Master Jay's family, if not like all of his family, it's like not here no more. It's like almost everybody passed away. So when I'm in court, I sit anywhere in court. I'm not sitting on one side to show favoritism to one people. I sit wherever I think I got the best vantage point in order to be able to see all of the things that I need to see, period. All right? I just want to be clear on this. So if you see me sitting in court and I'm sitting on one side rather than the other, that doesn't mean that I favor one side over the other. I want to be clear on this because there was a misunderstanding about that when we was doing the Taxstone trial. I actually had somebody come up to me and there was a couple of things that was said because I was, speaking to both sides. I don't have no bias here. In any regard, apparently, Jam Master Jay doesn't really have any family still around. So he doesn't have anybody to be in court for him. So shout out to the Lisa Evers of the world. Shout out to the Lisa Evers of the world. I saw a lot of Jewish people in court. I assume they're there because they were showing, love for Jam Master Jay or support to Jam Master Jay. I saw a lot of Jewish people in court, fam. I'm just telling you what it is. One lady came in. Don't never tell me what other people are doing, fam. I'm going to kick you. You come in here one more time, I'm just kicking this account. I don't want to deal with it. Anyway, so. Yeah, I'm just kicking the account. I don't want to deal with it. I don't even want to tell you not to do it. I'm just kicking the account. So let me tell you what happened. So all I see over there, I see a lot of Jewish people out there supporting Jam Master Jay. I see a lot. I see Lisa Evers in court supporting Jam Master Jay. I seen like 2 black people in the courtroom supporting Jam Master Jay. But for the people who are on trial, I see their whole family out there. I'm just saying what it is. You could do with it what you want to do with it. I'm just telling you what it is. So with that being said, how is Jam Master Jay a legend in the game, right? A legend in the game. A legend in the game, right? I don't want nobody telling me what my ops is doing. I don't have ops, fam. I got niggas that are jealous of me, copy? I don't have ops. I don't have nobody in this world that I look at and consider them to be an adversary. You get me? My op is Satan. That's my op. Satan, period. That no human being could be my opposition, fam. Y'all niggas is too small-minded. Not you, my fans. Not my supporters. I'm talking about other people. Y'all too small-minded. How can a human being be your op, fam? The only war that's going on is a spiritual one. Y'all niggas is lost. Y'all too busy in this physical realm. That's why when people are getting attacked, having spiritual attacks on them, y'all consider them to be crazy. Y'all don't even understand that it's spiritual warfare. Because y'all don't understand what spiritual warfare is anymore. You understand? There's a Bible, right? Go look up the spirit of Jezebel. If you look up the spirit of Jezebel, then you look at our society, you'll understand what's going on. Men are out here now being subjected to the spirit of Jezebel. Fact? Copy? You hear me? Anyway, we're going to keep it down. So I want to be clear about something. Get back to what we talking about. So, you seen that, right? No, y'all couldn't see that. They tried to bump into me when they got me. That's why I don't go near nobody. They literally waited until I was about to walk past the door and then tried to bump into me. Some kids. Anyway. So I want to be clear about this. I don't want there to be no misunderstanding. Jam Master Jay, he doesn't really have anybody, it seems, to be at the court supporting him. It's kind of crazy that all of these artists that he's helped isn't in the courtroom supporting. And I'm not talking about the people that's out of town right now, because there's a lot of people on tour. There's a lot of people on tour. There's a lot of people taking care of their own business, so they can't make it right now. They're probably only going to be able to make it to a couple of court dates. But it's crazy because there's so many people right now that y'all just sitting at home and y'all could be in that courtroom supporting the situation revolving around Jam Master Jay. You know how much different it's gonna look to the jury when the jury look over there on Jam Master Jay's side and see that shit filled up with people that love and support him, but our people don't even go out there and do that. So it is what it is. You want to know who I see supporting Jam Master Jay in court? I see Jews pulling up. I see them pulling up with their wives and everything, fam. That's who I see in the court. I see Lisa Evers in the court supporting Jam Master Jay. I see 2 or 3 black people supporting Jam Master Jay. We got to stop doing our people like this, man. It's crazy that when you're a black person and you make it, the people who care the most about you ain't even black. That's just, it's just too much, man. Like, we got to get rid of this hate out of our community. We gotta stop just hating each other, fam. Like, it's crazy.
This stop is West
It's absolutely bananas.
Street and Bayview Avenue.
All right, so I'm gonna say a couple of things real quick since I've been beating around the bush and we've been talking about everything else. So apparently, Jam Master Jay was killed over a drug deal. That's what the politics are behind it. It was allegedly a drug deal that he was killed over. Basically, what happened was he got in bed with some drug people. The money got fucked up. Somebody owed a thing, and then they pulled up. Now, I don't know how true that is. I'm saying that is what the case that's being put against the 2 individuals that's currently on trial is. What they're saying that happened is that everybody knew who the 2 individuals was, so they couldn't get into the building. What they did was they had a third person ring up into the building, and then when that person rung up into the building, they then went to a back door, opened the back door, and when they opened that back door, that's when the other 2 gunmen came in, and they was able to put everybody, told everybody to lay down, and then they went execution style and took Jam Master Jay out and shot the other dude. So that's what the basic story is, the premise for everybody that don't get it. There's been a lot of theories out there about drug dealers like Supreme, the Supreme Team, and all of these other things because of beefs that 50 had nothing to do with 50 allegedly. It had everything to do with these rappers were getting robbed in the 80s, so they just don't have any money when they got to the 90s, and a lot of them dudes had to resort to drug dealing, and it is what it is. A lot of these rappers got robbed in the 80s. It just is what it is. There's no going around that. I know a shitload of rappers, and I'm seeing some of them I know personally, that didn't actually start making money until like the 2000s, and they was making music in the 80s, man. They didn't start making money into the 2000s. Some of them are lucky streaming came about. If streaming didn't come about, the few of them that actually still had any type of ownership over their content, remember, most of them don't own their content at all, 0. You understand what I'm saying? So the only way they get paid is if they go perform. But we have a culture that says that when you get older, we throw you away. That's insane. When you go to other cultures, the young learn from the old. In our culture, everybody follows the young and we kick the old out the door. Tell me where the lie's at. You can't tell me that these new age rappers is better than the rappers from the early aughts. You can't tell me. You can't tell me these new age rappers is better than Ludacris, better than freaking Lil Wayne. You can't tell me this. These new age rappers better than Drake. How are you doing numbers anywhere near these dudes? You understand? So it's all engineered. They're all engineering us to be this way. They want all of us to die alone. One of the things that they don't want us to do is build family. That's a whole nother conversation. I don't want to get into that. I just felt that was important to say, because as far as I know, Jam Master Jay only has one son, and his name is apparently Jam Master Jay's son. So that's kind of dope, because his name is Jason. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. So as far as that is concerned, a dude comes in, they buzz him up, the guy walks to the back, opens up the door, the 2 gunmen come in, shit pop off. That's allegedly the way that it happened. And that's what they're trying to prove. Now, I want to say something about the actual court that happened in trial the other day. Did y'all see when I gave the midday live? I want y'all to go back and check out the midday live yesterday. So I gave the midday live yesterday, and I pointed out something that happened on the stand. I said, yo, so they have a whole detective, and the detective gets on the stand, right? It's definitely a lot of fake street code. But hold on. We can have a conversation about that one day if anybody want to pull up and talk with me on the StreamYard. So hold on, let me just say something. So basically, they had a detective get on the stand. So that everything that they were asking the detective on the defense side, the detective kept saying, I don't know, I don't recall, right? But everything that the prosecution said, he absolutely 100% recalled and understood. Something I want to show y'all. Remember when we was having that problem with Dwayne Reed? Shout out to Dwayne Reed. The problem went away. Apparently now Dwayne Reed doesn't exist out here anymore. I told y'all, every time something screws me over and I don't try to get even with it, that shit died, fam. I told you, like 3 people that did me dirty in my life died from cancer, fam. I don't know if that's, a thing, but look, that shit ain't there no more. Remember when they used to go inside of the Dwayne Reed and try to have the people in there troll me? And they used to have the homeless people go over there and do all the type of weirdo shit to me? And all of a sudden, that Dwayne Reed don't exist no more. I told you that was gonna happen. I told y'all that was gonna happen too. Look, it don't exist no more. They moved that shit. Y'all better stop playing with one of God's favorites. All right, so hold on. Let me say this. Finish this recording. So, like, real talk, like 3-4 people that like used to like just do me dirty for no reason whatsoever, they just got cancer and died. I'm just telling you what it is. 2 of them was in my family, so shout out. I don't even know if I can just shout that out. I'm just saying factual information. Anyway, so when the dude got on the stand, the detective wasn't remembering shit that he had put into an actual affidavit. So apparently what happened was when they had did the deposition, when he came to get deposed or whatever the case was, they had did it over
This stop is Mermaid Avenue at West 29th Street.
A Zoom call. So basically nobody even knows who wrote down the information that he said, because he's busy on the stand. And remember, this is the information that they used to get an indictment. He's busy on the stand basically saying, yo, look, I don't know what any of these people were talking about. I didn't say that. I didn't say this. But it's in the affidavit. That's a fact, Jamal Referee. God will deal with my enemies. My enemies use that store as a hub to attack me. Now the store doesn't exist anymore. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. But remember, I keep telling y'all shit like this happens to me. That's why I don't never want to get even with people that try to hurt me. Never. I want God to handle it. So when I don't care how old you are, I don't care how young you are, I don't care who you are. When you come do evil to me, I don't want to get back. I want God to handle it. I keep trying to tell you, people that consider themselves my enemies keep dying, fam. I want God to get back. Anyway, so remember I told y'all,
next stop,
how did they even allow for that to happen? Let me tell y'all what happened as soon as they went back into court. As soon as they went back into court, the damn lawyers was arguing the thing that I was talking about on the live yesterday. As soon as they went back into court, the defense brought the shit up. And not only did the defense bring the shit up, but the defense the defensive, because there's two different accused. There's 2 different people on trial. The team that I said was lacking was the one that actually brought it up and made it a point of contention in the courtroom, but they was too late. This is something that they, like I told y'all, this was something that they were supposed to do pre-trial. They already allowed the information in. They were supposed to fight that before. You understand what I'm saying? But they didn't. Somebody didn't do their due diligence.
Next stop, Mermaid Avenue at West 24th Street. Now this only affects, just so we can be clear, as far as I can tell, this only affects Washington. It doesn't affect the other dude's name is, I think, Porter or something. No, I mean Jordan. It doesn't affect Jordan. It only affects Washington. So I just came up with an absolutely wild theory that is just absolutely going crazy. This stop is Mermaid
and I don't want to
Avenue
say
at
it yet
West
because I don't have enough proof. So I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to speak it. I'm just going to see what's happening and see if there's any more things that happen that alludes to that. But I told y'all, I said, yo, look, those lawyers wasn't doing their job. I keep telling y'all, these niggas watch the page, man. They went straight back into court and argued the thing that I was talking about during the midday live, fam. And yes, they know who I am. If you come into court, you're going to see the lawyers staring at me all the time, and they're not doing it on purpose. It's it's so dope when people know you smart. Like, okay, so people in the hood, they think I'm stupid, they think I'm a liar, they don't think nothing of me, right? But smart people think I'm smart.
People in the hood think all the worst things in the world about me. But smart people that got something going on in their lives, they think all the greatest things about me. They consider me to be smart. They consider me to be intelligent. They consider that I know what I'm talking about. They don't think I'm lying. But the people in the hood, they're the ones. I don't know what to tell you, fam. Fuck it. At least I know when I walk into certain rooms that I'm just gonna, I just get certain respect, fam. The people that don't respect me is usually the people that have low intelligence. It just is what it is, and that's what it is, fam. I don't know what else to tell you. So that's just dope. The fact that we talked about something in the midday live, and then as soon as court began, as soon as court went back and began again, the damn lawyers immediately addressed the thing that I talked about in the midday live. Like immediately. Go watch the midday live, fam. I don't gotta chat. I don't gotta lie. I don't gotta cap. Go watch the midday live. As soon as we came out the midday live, the lawyers addressed the thing that I was talking about in the midday live. They tried to fix the problem that they fucking overlooked. So that's dope. And they was all looking at me too. Jack France, fam. I keep trying to tell you, I really did go to school. I took up a little bit of law in school. I really had. I study a little bit of law in my personal time. I like law. I don't know what to tell you.
This stop is Mermaid.
I like anything that's factual and truthful. You know, I hate the fact that we deal so much on how people feel. They got this new thing out there, your truth and that person's truth. No, nigga, there's one truth. It's God's truth. The thing that actually happened. It's not how you feel about a thing, okay? We all feel things about things, and all of us feel different ways about different things. We can't all have different truths. There's one truth. What happened? I don't trust people that talk about, this is my truth. Yeah, and tomorrow your truth is gonna be it's something different. You're gonna be arguing a different point of the same exact argument tomorrow. I get it. You don't want to be held accountable for the things that you do. I get it. In any regard.
Next stop, Stillwell and Terminal.
So shout out to that. We headed back to court today. I'm very sorry for the inconsistencies with the lives. We haven't been doing the lives at night. I'm just 100% zapped of energy. By the time 7 o'clock come, I don't be having no energy. I just be zapped. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm gonna work hard on it today. But also, just so we can be clear, I don't know if I had y'all prepped. I think today I'm gonna do a little bit more prepping, and if we get to I don't know if I'm gonna get there early enough, but if we get there early enough where we have a little bit of time, I'll go live one more time for about 20-30 minutes before the show. We'll see what happens. But just so we can be clear, and I don't want there to be no misunderstanding. It's us. Just so we can be clear, so that there be no misunderstanding. I need to see a little bit. Yes, sir. Okay. Give me that. All right. All right, chillin'. Okay. Asian dude. Shout out to him. Bam, I keep trying to tell you. There's only one set of people that got a problem with me. I keep telling you. There's only one set of people that got a problem with me, fam. There's only one set of people that got a problem with me, fam. I keep telling y'all that. I'm not capping. Only one set of people. There's only one set of people that got a problem with me, fam. I'm not capping. I keep telling y'all that. People be mad when I say that. How do you think I feel living it? Anyway, so as far as the Jam Master Jay situation goes, they're saying that another dude opened up the back door. But check this out. Another thing I want to tell y'all about. Y'all might not know. So one of the witnesses, right? And this is wild. So one of the witnesses apparently didn't recognize one of the shooters until allegedly the hip-hop cop is involved in this. Also, one of the lawyers, the prosecuting attorneys, I know they know me because I've had a couple of conversations with him when we covered different cases.
O'Connell, shout out to O'Connell. McConnell, not O'Connell. Shout out to McConnell. Shout out to McConnell. I got his name written down and shit. Shout out to McConnell. He know me. Like I've had like, he's literally one of the prosecuting attorneys right now. He know me. I've had like 2-3 conversations with this guy. I've had like 2-3 conversations with this guy. Like he know me. You're hating the wrong one, fam. Ah, shit. What strain am I getting on? I be getting which one to take. Pardon me. Yeah, McConnell. Shout out to McConnell. He know me. I've done been having conversations with McConnell, I think, since the Treyway case. And the first time I spoke to him, he came up to me. And I was like standing talking. I forgot if he was one of the first attorneys, but I was standing there talking with like 5-6 attorneys. I think all of them, almost all of them work for the state's attorney's office, I think. All of them work for the state's attorney's office. I think they was all prosecutors. But yeah, so shout out to McConnell. He also got this really pretty prosecutor. Her name is Gonzalez. Pretty as shit. Pretty as shit. Her name is Gonzalez and shit. She pretty. I usually get on the next go. So shout out to that shit. Also, I might start dropping these. Morning. Alright? Morning. I might start dropping pre-recorded morning coffees. And if I do, I'm only allowing Green Team to talk so that, the bullshit can stay out. So I'm going to get on the other call. So I might be doing pre-recorded morning coffees. And the reason why I'm going to be doing that is because obviously I'm not going to be shooting morning coffee like this every morning. And I want to be able to give y'all a good 2 hours. So I might be doing pre-recorded morning coffees just so y'all can be clear. Only Green Team is gonna be able to comment, so I don't really want to deal with the bullshit. So I'm only gonna have it so Green Team can comment. I'm pretty sure nobody's gonna really care. I don't think that's a point of contention for anybody. Nobody really comments that much anyway, right? So it's not really a point of contention. So only people that's really gonna be able to comment is gonna be Green Team. That's the only people that's gonna be able to comment. It is what it is. So let's just do a little bit. I pull my book out while we got the train is still stalled or whatever, it's still hold up. I guess I'll talk with y'all until we go underground or something for a minute. So real quick, they changed something so they can help speed up the trial, and that is usually they let the prosecution put on their case, and then after the prosecution puts on their entire case, then the defense puts on their case. But there's a couple of witnesses that aren't going to be able to keep coming back to court. So what they are doing is they're allowing for the government to do their direct, and then after the defense do their cross-examination, then they're going to allow for the defense to then do their direct, and then the government to do a cross if they wish to do one. But that's not for all the witnesses. Those are for specific witnesses, and the reason why that is because I don't think it's a time thing. I think it's more of a we can't keep calling these people back every 5 minutes thing. So we have some witnesses that I believe are on both people's witness lists, I guess. And because of reasons like,
law enforcement work or whatever the case may be. I mean, I don't really know why. Anyway, so they made that decision. So I just wanted to let everybody know. So this is going to be a little bit unconventional as we usually see the court, just so we can be clear. And apparently the court was cold one day, and they warmed it up some, and I'm gonna tell you the court was still cold today. It was cold as shit. One nigga fell asleep though, so don't heat it up no more. He was asleep. Anyway, the first witness was William Egan. He's a cop. He's retired. He was in the NYPD for 31 years and 2 months. He's an officer, sergeant, then a lieutenant. So he retired as a lieutenant. He was an IA investigator. That's internal affairs investigator also at one point, just so we could be clear. He came from the 103rd precinct. He was a narcotics enforcement unit supervisor. That's South Jamaica, for everybody that don't know. So apparently a man came in off the street. That man name is, I believe, Randy Allen or Randolph Allen. He came in off the street and made a statement, and he had told the police that somebody had been shot. He's like, so apparently what had happened was when homeboy got shot, when J Master J got shot, another dude got shot with him also. He wasn't the only one shot. So when J Master J got shot, homeboy that went and got the police, he didn't call the police on the phone. Apparently the police precinct is like right down the block or across the street or some shit. So he thought it'd be quicker and they'd be able to expedite help faster if he ran to the police precinct. And apparently it only took about a minute and a half. He ran to the police precinct, and when he got there, the desk sergeant at that time, he was either just clocking off or just clocking on. I'm not 100% sure. That was William Egan. William Egan then takes his partner. They run to the situation. They contact EMS and more authorities back up. Because remember, this is a live investigation, live shooting situation. That's what's being told. So him and his partner runs over there with Randy Allen, just so we can be clear. When they get there, they secured the scene. There's a couple of things I was pretty curious about when they said that they secured the scene. So apparently, I don't know how wrong or right this is, but first, there was an argument that was being made. I hate the fact that whenever people see me doing a live, they just love coming around where I'm at. She's just out the door just yelling. Like, I don't understand. Like, if I was out here just playing my music, doing anything else in the world, there wouldn't be people coming around me yelling and screaming. This literally only happens when I'm recording. Like, it's crazy. I don't get it. Like, I don't get it. Like the other day when we was recording, let me tell you about what happened. Real quick, this has to deal with this case. So we was recording, and while we was recording, one of the people who was a family member of one of the individuals that's on trial had came into the store and started yelling at the top of their voice while they was on the phone. I don't know who this dude is, that's one. Two, I'm not really looking to interview anybody. I just want to be clear about this. If you want to talk to me, I will talk to you. I will interview you. I'm not an asshole, but I'm not really looking to interview people, because what happens is a lot of time people want to interview just so they can say a lie. So I'm not really looking to interview anybody. I'm just looking to do my job. My job is reporting finding the information out and then disseminating it to the public. I don't really care to do interviews. I don't trust people enough to think, what's up, my brother? I don't be trusting people enough. Like, niggas be wanting to just interview with you so they can lie. I'm just saying what it is. And I'm tired of people interviewing with me, saying some shit that people don't like, and then now all of a sudden, everybody mad at me because they saying that nigga lie. What the fuck that got to do with me, fam? You know what? I'm just not even gonna do this. So I don't really care to interview people. So that's what, I can't stand it. I don't know why people do that. I don't know why people do that. Like, they see you, like, obviously, like, when you at your job, I don't pull up and fuck with you, do I? Anyway, so Randy Allen went, got the police officer. The police officer runs to the scene with his partner. Now, this is the thing that I found interesting and wild, and I just want to be clear about this. the defense, for whatever the reason is, they wanted to get stuck on them, so you went back to the scene of the crime with a civilian. Well, yeah, the civilian knows where the scene of the crime is. How are you going to get to the scene of the crime if you don't bring the damn civilian with you? So they don't have any real arguments. And I think by them just trying to show that they're working, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how well that's working for them. I think they need to be a little bit more creative, and I think they need to be a little bit less pedantic. I think by them taking these little tiny things and trying to poke holes in something that is impenetrable. You trying to poke holes in adamantium, man. You trying to poke holes in, what's that Wakanda material? Vibranium. You're trying to poke holes in vibranium, fam, with a plastic knife. In any regard, I think that hurts their case whenever they're trying to poke holes in something that makes perfectly good sense. The police officer does not know where the scene of the crime is. The police officer is being shown where the scene of the crime is from a civilian. If the civilian does not come with the police officer might lose valuable time in order to save somebody's life to get to the scene of the crime. So this didn't even make any sense. So they were busy trying to go back and forth with them on this for a minute. I don't think that was the best use of their time. What up, Latoya Hicks? I don't think that was the best use of their time. That's just me speaking. What the hell do I know? I think they would have been better use of their time in order, because you do know that they have to do, they should have deposed that police officer themselves or been there during the deposition or asked their own questions. They needed to do more than what they did. Information got in that now is only being used in one way, and they can't even benefit from the information, although they should be able to. If that police officer's coming into the court and he remembers nothing except for what the prosecution is saying, he doesn't even remember what he told them. So that deposition shouldn't be allowed into court. He's right now saying that the information that he gave the police that they used in order to make an indictment, right? He's now saying that he doesn't even remember any of that information. So I don't even understand how there's a case going on right now if we can't use that information in the favor of the defense, but the prosecution could use that information in the favor of the prosecution. Now, once again, I am on nobody's side here. We don't do that. I like discussing law, and I like to discuss the applications of the law. And whenever we have a court case to be able to pull up on, we get a great opportunity to be able to discuss law. Now, remember in the Taxstone trial specifically, I talked about all of the things that Taxstone lawyer did that was great, that allowed for certain information or certain evidence to not be used. That's the due diligence that these dudes were supposed to do. Now, I'm not trying to say who's guilty, who's innocent, what happened, this and that. None of that is of any concern to me. What I'm saying is I need for the lawyers on both sides to be doing their job at their apex. I need the lawyers on both sides to be doing their jobs as best as they can, because that's the only way that we can get justice done. If one of the sides is not doing their job well, then the justice can't be done. That's why you can literally get an appeal if your freaking lawyer is basically incompetent. You have to have competent legal counsel. You have to have somebody working in your best interest in order to be able to get you off. That's just what it is. So all I want is for both sides, for both parties to be competent and do the best job that they can do. Is that? I think that might be. I thought that's the Express over there, right? I should jump on that? Nah, fuck it. We're gonna drag. I'm in no rush. I'm probably early. I'm in no rush. Alright, so any questions y'all have real quick regarding anything that I've just said, or any other question that y'all want to ask? And I haven't even gotten to nothing yet. That's just really just one page we've been talking about this whole entire time. So this is what they're saying is that this was a hit. This was a paid hit. They're saying that this was a paid hit over a drug deal going bad. That's what I heard. That's the only thing I've ever known. I've never known about, I mean, I heard about the BS when they're trying to say 50 has some involvement in it. But even when I heard about that, it was these niggas don't know what they talking about. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Premium ain't had nothing to do with that. So that's the way I heard the information. And that's why you never hear me coming up here saying anything different. From what I heard, Jason Mazzell, that's J Master J's legal name, he lost all of his money, he went broke, not for nothing, all the Run DMC did, basically. And that's wild because Russell Simmons was owning Def Jams, so that's bananas. So basically, if you look at Run DMC and what they had to do after, you know, they had that period of time where Rev Run even was able to be able to get itself a reality television show. Now that we know how reality television shows work, what do you think about that situation now? Now that you know that mansion wasn't his. Now that you know all of those cars wasn't his. Now that you know all of that money and everything that they had was not Rev Run's. Now how do you feel about that situation? We're about to go underground, so I'm about to kill this, but we got a couple of more minutes. So, and if you look at DMC, what is DMC doing? DMC is touring with all of those rock bands because he loves rock, and there's no reason. I love a lot of that type of music also. So DMC be touring with rock bands, right? Rev Run had to go on TV and, you know, do that thing, right? Why was Jam Master Jay left? So Jam Master, so just so we can be clear, you know what I'm saying? So he was out there allegedly involved in the drug game. It is what it is. And also, just so we could be clear, when the police officers came in, they said they just hit all of the buzzers and somebody just buzzed them in. The police shot his boy. Wait, he told him that the police shot his boy. He was talking about Jam Master Jay. And then there's another area where they're trying to find out if the dude said who shot them, because allegedly the police is basically saying he never said who shot him. That's what the police is saying. He never said it. We asked him, he never said it. He never gave no information. He just, and so it's like a big long thing. I'm gonna talk about that. I gotta get that to y'all because it's that's really it's a lot. So basically, what happened was when the police officer first comes into the area, there's a discrepancy on whether he asked where the gunmen were. But the thing is, he should ask where the gunmen were, or if they were still there, because he needs to be able to understand how much danger everybody is in, know what's going on, or whatever the case is. So there's like big contention on whether he actually did that or not, and you have the prosecution basically saying that the person never answered the question, or the person wasn't asked, and you're getting that type of information. So we're gonna see what happens. Now we're gonna see what goes on today. They still have I believe Washington's attorneys are right now speaking to, or when we continue court today, they're going to be speaking to Tiffany Vasquez. She's a DNA expert. She works at the office of the Clinic of the Medical Examiners. She's an assistant director. She's been working there for, I believe they said, since 2004. I mean, yeah, since 04. She's been working there since 04. 04 she was analyst. Then in 06 she became a senior analyst. In 08 she became a supervisor, and the position that she holds right now she's been holding since 2012. So they called her in about the DNA, because apparently what happens was when he got shot with the gun, no blood was left on the bullet, but there was DNA on the bullet. And also they retrieved some hats, a blue hat, a blue Scully, and a brimmed, like, you know, all the way around brim hat that was brown that they recovered. So they're going to be talking about the DNA on those today, and who did have DNA and who did not have DNA. So they're going to be talking about that today. That's going to be the rest of it. So I got the numbers of the bullets. I got everything. So there was 2 hats. Exhibit 202A. And then there's the DNA report. That's Exhibit 202C. We're going to be discussing that. I believe they're going to find out that the brown hat might be Jam Master Jay's, but the blue hat, it did have somebody's DNA on it. Bryant, Jay Bryant. I believe Jay Bryant is the individual that they're saying got buzzed into the building, and then he went to the back of the building, opened up the back door, and that's when they're saying Carl Jr. and Washington. I just keep writing Washington. What's his first name? And that's what they're saying. Washington came in through the back of the building. When they came into the back of the building, they ran straight to the studio. Washington told everybody to get on the floor while the other individuals went into the other room, or went into the room and shot Jam Master Jay and the other guy. They're saying Jay Bryant, and the Jay Bryant guy got like 5 different names. Like, and like most of them sound like legal names. Like they're not even like street names. Like, yeah, guy got like 5 different names, but they all street names. You're like, they must be legit. This guy got like 5 different real names, man. This guy's scamming and up scammers. I don't know what to tell you. One thing that they wanted to say though, we speak about this all the time when we talk about DNA. You can touch something and not leave DNA. You don't necessarily always leave DNA. The only people who have identical DNA is identical twins. We've done spoke on this previously. Also, another reason why it took so long to get this trial going, and this is why I think it is. So the technology that they use to be able to acquire some of the information that they have now to prosecute, some of that technology didn't exist until 2016. I just want to be clear about this for everybody that don't know. So some of the technology that they use to be able to find the individuals that's involved with the situation that's going on with Jam Master Jay, in this case that's on trial right now, a lot of this technology didn't exist until 2016. He was killed in 2002. So the technology just didn't exist. Also, and I do believe that this is one of the reasons why all of the buildings, all of the storefronts in New York City now has to have cameras. I do believe that this is the case that made it happen. When 9/11 happened around the same time that this happened with Jam Master Jay, don't get this confused. What was 9/11? In 01, right? Jam Master Jay got killed in 02, right? So around the same exact time 9/11 happened, this happened. So there was already contention about terrorism, all types of other shit. And this particular trial, I think, was one of the reasons that made them decide that they have to start making it so that there's cameras on front of all of the establishments. Because the thing that I found crazy was, dude said, the police officer said that he went around to all of the places, like in the vicinity, to canvas, to get video evidence of the situation, to see if anybody recorded anybody running around in the area, coming out the building, or whatever the case got to be. And he said, he went to 14 shops in the area, and only one of them even had a video camera system. And one of them even had a system. And that was the library. And then on top of it, the library system was terrible apparently, because they just using one tape. They just recording over the same tape a billion times. And anybody that's ever had a VHS, you know how that turns out. So the video that they actually got was terrible. Like I said, they didn't have any evidence. There was no evidence for them to be able to have, because the technology that they used to be able to identify the individuals that's on the trial right now, for the most part, it didn't exist in 2016. So this is what I find interesting. So y'all know who the hip hop cop is, right? I think he's literally testified at every trial we've covered, because we basically cover only hip hop trials. What's his name? Anyway, so the hip hop cop is, so they had a girl that actually went to a photo array, right? I'm trying to find here we go, photo array right here. Girl that actually went to the photo array. That was Lydia, I believe her name is Lydia Hyde now, but her name used to be Lydia Allen. Her name is Lydia Hyde now. I guess it's Lydia, I don't know. Lydia Allen, I don't know. Anyway, so in any regard. So she was brought to look at the photo array. And for everybody that don't know what a photo array is, so the police will have an individual that they'll, a person of interest, and they'll have a picture. And then they'll go get like 5 other pictures of individuals that look similar. This is important. The person has to look similar. So then they let you look at those photos, and if you could ascertain the person that they are the person of interest for, that helps their case. So what happened is, she goes into the photo array, and she points the person out. So they're like, well, how are you pointing the person out now? You didn't point the person out previously. You know this guy. Like, you know this guy. We've talked to you numerous times. This is not the first time we've spoken to you. You know this person. You've known this person since your childhood. So why couldn't you just tell us that it was this person? Why couldn't you have just identified this person? Why do we have to do a photo array? So then now this is the point that the defense is trying to make about the argument to this. So the hip hop cop is the one who picked her up and brought her to do the photo array. So they were basically trying to imply that she was pressured into pointing out this particular individual. She was pressured into singling this person out. She was pressured into saying he did it. So that's basically what they're alluding to. I don't know how far that's gonna go. The hip hop cop, he testifies in a lot of trials. He's basically, at this point, he's a the last trial that I was at, I think both the trials he was at that I was at, he was seen as a what you call him, expert. He's an expert witness on hip hop coppery, I guess. There's a lot of ideas, man. So in any regard, they were implying that she was under duress and that the hip hop cop actually was pressuring her into saying one thing or another. The prosecution immediately went and gave a we're going underground, so we out. But the prosecution immediately went and cross-examined, and basically dude wasn't pressuring her. He was allegedly her security. So she was so scared and allegedly so fearful, allegedly, that somebody was going to try to take care of her, that she refused, allegedly, to go and go to the photo array, or she didn't want to help the police, allegedly. I have no idea what the see you on the other side is supposed to mean. That's a death threat? What's that? Anyway, so just so we can be clear, so they're alluding to the fact that she believed her life was in danger. And just so we could, let's just hammer the nail home, the police officers that was there also said that she was scared. Not only when it first happened, they said that she was erratic and she was, they couldn't even ask her, they couldn't talk to her, they couldn't interview her, nothing. She was just, fam, you already know people was weird on the internet, man. You don't never know nowadays. People be talking crazy. So apparently, so that's what they're alluding to. They're trying to say that she was so scared. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really know. We're gonna see. Anyway, we're headed to court right now. I don't think I'm gonna have time to do another live. I'm gonna try to figure out a way to get y'all morning coffee though, even if I gotta try to record it like 1 o'clock in the morning and then upload it. But if I'm recording the morning coffees at night and then uploading it so y'all have something to watch in the morning, only Green Team is going to be able to comment. I just want to say that now. I'm turning comments off for everybody that's not Green Team. So I'm not going to be here to monitor it. I don't know when my admin is going to get in. And I just personally don't want to deal with the bullshit. I don't know. I mean, I'm just going to have it go off at 9:20 because that's the time it's supposed to go off. I don't want to deal with the bullshit, fam. Remember, mentally ill people think that you have to deal with whatever bullshit they got going on. Mentally ill people think that there's nothing wrong with trying to force themselves into other people's lives. You understand? That's what mentally ill people do. They don't think there's nothing wrong. They think that that's the way that we're supposed to force ourselves. Niggas is crazy. In any regard, yo, look, I love y'all. Everybody, go have a blessed day. We're gonna be back later. Go do something good and then stamp God's name. As always, go do something good in the world. Go do something from your heart, something good, and then go stamp God's name on it. Let everybody know that you come in the name of God. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification game. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I got on this one. I'm out.